Mr. Transformers 96 here with another video, and I'm going to be talking about some newly shown figures. This time it is all from Star Wars, the Black Series, Pops, from The Rise of Skywalker, from the new Mandalorian Disney Plus show, and from the Jedi Fallen Order game. So yeah, so this is obviously the first year that they're going to do a Triple Force Friday, where it's not just the figures being released for the upcoming movie, it's the new figures being released for the movie, the Disney Plus streaming show, as well as the game. So there's quite a lot this Force Friday, which is quite exciting. So this is just kind of like my announcement video. The only thing that I'm really going to go into in this video is kind of talking about the way that they're releasing several different versions of the Black Series figures, whether it's just a change in box color or actually a change in the figure color, but I'm going to be discussing that just slightly. But mainly this is just a video telling you that I have more videos to come, just because I do plan on, I didn't want to just make like one massive video talking about everything, so I decided to split it up into kind of sections. Sometimes I'm just going to be talking about a specific character. For instance, I believe I'm going to do one just talking about Kylo Ren, both the Pop and the Black Series figure. I'm going to do one talking about the Jedi Fallen Order figures from Black Series and Pops, and then I'll make another one talking about just the other Rise of Skywalker Black Series, and I'll make one talking about the Mandalorian Black Series and Pops. So there'll be several videos coming out. We have yet to see if there will be an Elite Series line that will, for the Rise of Skywalker, for the Mandalorian, or anything like that. Today is supposed to be kind of the reveal day for all of this new merchandise, and so far we've got the reveals for a lot of the Black Series figures. Still waiting on some official reveals of the Pops, and then maybe reveals for the Black or for the Elite Series if they continue that line. I see no reason that they wouldn't, considering they've done it for years now. So we'll have to see. But if they do, I will be talking about it. But for now, basically an announcement video, just kind of showing you, and some of the products that I'll be talking about are obviously featured in this image. But quickly, before I sign off here, I do want to talk about the fact that there are like several different versions coming out of the Black Series figures. There's your standard, just black packaging Black Series figures, standard. And then there's white ones. And to be honest, I'm not 100% sure what the difference is between the white ones and the black ones. Because from what I'm aware, the white ones are identical figure-wise. They are identical. There's nothing different, if I'm not mistaken, between the figures with the white packaging and the black packaging. So I'm not 100% sure what's different about them, if there's some sort of rarity difference, but I just kind of don't see that happening. I don't know, maybe the white ones are rare or something like that, but it's very odd. Now there is a carbonized graphite version of the figures also coming out. Those have different color packaging. You can see the First Order Jet Trooper here has like almost like a pearlish white packaging. It's not the pure white that the just the regular series is going to have, but it's more of like a pearlized kind of creamier white, and that one actually does have different color to it. Same thing with the carbonized graphite Mandalorian that you see on the right, that has like a gold / copperish color packaging. That has a totally different color scheme, and you can definitely tell because these are two kind of in-person images, and the color difference is quite large between the graphite and the regular one. The graphite has more of this metallic feel to it, which I do think looks cool. Not 100% sure if these are supposed to be more accurate, or if it's just supposed to be kind of like a different kind of color scheme. The First Order Jet Trooper, I don't see much of a difference, other than the fact that I think his armor might have like a pearlized type of look to it. I think that might be the difference there. But yeah. So overall, just wanted to kind of show you that there's multiple different ways that these figures are being released, some with just a package variation, and some with a package and figure variation. So it's very odd. I wish that they did a better job kind of explaining it. Maybe later today, as more information comes out, they'll come out with like a full information guide as to what the difference is specifically between all of these. But it's kind of interesting. I wouldn't mind picking up that carbonized graphite Mandalorian myself. I think that does look quite cool. But as far as the white and black packages, if it's the figures are the same, I couldn't care less, because I'm going to open them no matter what. I don't really keep Black Series figures mints, so I don't care what packaging it comes in. But as far as the color difference, I do like the new variation on the Mandalorian for the carbonized graphite look. I think that looks quite neat. But there you go. Just wanted to quick get that out and kind of talk about that, because that's something that's going to kind of go across all of my videos, but I didn't want to talk about it in each video. So now I can just kind of briefly mention it, but mainly show you here so that you can really see the differences. But yeah, overall, I'm quite excited for Force Friday. However, I will not be able to celebrate it in a traditional fashion. Usually, I'll go out at midnight and go ahead and do the whole Force Friday thing and go hunting and also purchase online and all of that stuff. But this year it's quite different, just because Toys R Us is no longer a thing, basically. Well, depending on where you live. In the United States, it's no longer a thing. So that's usually my main place that I go to, that I wait and camp out at for hours before they open at midnight. And then I'll also hit like Target and things like that. But obviously that's not a thing, so I can't do that anymore. And then Target has announced that they're not doing midnight openings for Triple Force Friday, which they usually do, so that was kind of disappointing. And then on top of all of that, I won't even be where I live. I'll be in Disneyland on Triple Force Friday. So if they're doing anything at Disneyland for Triple Force Friday, I'll be able to partake there, which is kind of cool. And obviously I'll be able to go to Star Wars Land on Force Friday. That's kind of neat. But I won't be but if they don't do any kind of merchandise, announce or big drop or anything, I'm not sure. I might not be able to do anything except for the online stuff. But we'll have to see. I do think one thing that I do have like hopes for is that maybe they'll release the Star Wars merchandise a little early in Disneyland. I noticed that they tend to release merchandise early, especially when it comes to like the Elite series. I found Snoke was like scheduled for release on a certain day. I found him 2 weeks earlier in Disneyland, and I was able to buy him just way early. And I think I had like the first review of that figure because I got it so early. And then also the Gonk droids, like they did the droid release not too long ago. I found that in Disneyland several weeks early as well. So they tend to release some figures just kind of earlier in Disneyland than their scheduled release. So you never know, I might be able to get some of these a little early, which would be kind of neat. But yeah, look forward to the more videos I'm going to be doing detailing all the figures being shown for Triple Force Friday this year. And thanks so much for watching.